Hey everybody, it's FS, he, it. We got stories. We got stories to tell. This is either the last video or the next to last video, and we won't know until we play it, so let's find out.
When he set foot in the island, Reynardo couldn't help feeling a bit curious. Was Lapino still waiting to be rescued? No. He was probably drinking champagne with the ravens. Did ravens drink champagne? Did rabbits? Reynardo felt oddly thirsty, come to think of it.
So you just want some champagne.
Reynardo never made plans that required constant.
Yeah, we went over this before.
He was a hero.
Yeah, he was a hero.
He just went with his gut and hoped it all worked out. The Sky Ripper was a long shot. He'd have to devote himself.
We're gonna have to devote ourselves to the Sky Ripper. AKA immediately abandon it for this story. Yeah, so I think this is the first time we've played a level that is just outright going to be a repeat of something.
Ooh, a workbench. Did he have any jewels he hadn't tried out?
Of something we've already played. It's talking, and I'm getting distracted. I'm going to turn my own volume down just a touch. I don't really want that. I like what I have right now, actually. I quite like that. Oh, let's upgrade a sword, though. Why not? Sure. Whoa. Upgraded sword. We got a Chivo for that. I can't read it. It was too small. Is it? It's like a setting we have to put on. Let me see if I can... I don't want to mess with that while I'm recording. It's not that big a deal if the Chivos get in or not, right? Well... yeah, but I'll try to get them on when we're not recording. It's just a merit of us having switched from like we've had them on before, but that's because we've switched from Streamlabs to OBS recently. I think OBS had an update and it might have messed with a setting or something. I'd have to write the right sword, else I can't go in here. Hurry up. Oh, this is perfectly nooked so that it will not see me in here. That's quite nice, thank you. I quite like that. I screwed up because I forgot how to play the game. The problem with playing several games at any one time is remembering how things work, game to game. Because there's a part of me still in Ghost of Tsushima combat mode. It's Jube. Hi, fat baby. Oh, you're so cute. You want up? You want lap time? She's just grooming on things. I'll keep playing. I am petting her. You went off.
That had been his mistake before. Thinking he could win a battle of wills with an ancient evil all by himself.
He went off the platform for a second in there.
That.
I assume this is the message we've read.
Or something.
I think so? I don't know. I don't know if I read that before or not, but I quickly read it right now, so I have read that message for sure.
Sword, thought Reynardo. No, seriously. He couldn't feel his paw anymore.
That is a cool sword, if you can't feel your paw. I don't know, we're in a pretty good shape, huh? We got good swords, we got good abilities. We turn people to ice just because. Ow. We screw up on countering an attack. Christ, stop hitting me. There.
That was good. Was it good for you?
Oh, we did a was it good for you? Because it was good for me. Joke. I like the thing in Rent where they were like, was it bad for you because it was bad for me? During the orgy. Who likes Rent? Okay, everybody that said yes, get him. Get him. Get him, theater nerds, get him! I don't know, we haven't seen Red since we were in college. We don't have thoughts about Red. It's a work. There's things we like about it, there's things we don't like about it. Stuff like the transfer trail is so dependent on...
Oh, I know. Because there's no
Hi,
I in the
Frizz.
team.
Stuff like the transfer trail is so dependent on production, I feel like. I think a lot of Red is dependent on production, to be fair. There, get frozen. You guys are buffed, but you're just standing back. He should have buffed you if you're just gonna be cowards about it.
Reynardo wondered where he could find a snack. He was feeling a bit peckish.
I'm not feeling peckish, because we had sabubby today. We had a nice, delicious meatball sub, except they screwed our bread up. We normally get the hearty wheat, and for some reason they gave us the honey oat bread, and I don't think that was the best bread for a meatball sub. You want like the herb bread, or you want like the plain bread for the meatball sub? And honey oat is not quite plain. It's not very honey-y. It's not like you eat it and you're like, ooh, honey. Because that would be disgusting with anything, I think. Oh, I got another Chivo called Running Out of Pockets for opening 50 small chests. Wowie zowie. Okay, let me see if I can turn it on real quick. I'm going to keep talking so I can justify not capture third-party overlays, such as Steam. There we go. Okay. That should fix it. I think that'll do it. Oh. I don't have a level up. I was like, oh, it's an altar, but there's no reason to use that. And we have the Sky Ripper, the armature.
Sky Ripper's armature. The stuff that dreams are made of. Engineers dream.
And we are immediately going to ignore the Sky Ripper.
No one alive had the skill to make a thing like it. How is it part of a weapon at all? He'd have to ask a scientist. But first, he'd get the second piece. Sky Ripper had a heart. A core that had come to rest on the next island. Well, there was another island he could reach. Zenobia had just invaded it with her father's Raven battalion.
So basically, for the Zenobia route, you just have to.
But fighting Zenobia
you have to do either this, or you have to do other things where you just suddenly go after Zenobia.
Friend to get this armature, was it?
Apparently, you can do it off of the Lapino route, but
find him.
You have to make sure to say no to when Lapino gives his plan, and that's just an extra step to remember when I can just choose Zenobia here and be fine. Be on the route.
To confront Zenobia.
Because that's the route I'm going for, bud.
Sometimes he would just do things, and he could never figure out why he'd done them. Usually, they worked out.
Usually.
He was a hero.
A dashing hero. I guess there's something in this game about, like, the portrayal of oneself as a hero.
Wasn't it? It had been a dozen years since Swordfu School.
Here goes nothing.
Every rumor about her, every scrap of news. Not that he still loved her. After all, she was his enemy. No, it was solely because know your enemy. But it would be great to see her. Even if they faced off across sword points, as they'd done so many times at school.
I mean, that's just the sexual tension, right?
Interesting place without her.
You just sexual tension that shit all the time by constantly being at sword points with each other, and then you're both like, haha, this isn't sexual tension. No, there's no sexual tension here.
Called the Ravens. Nobody said they were original.
I really like freezing the ravens. They die so fast when you freeze them, because then you just have to shatter them. Ooh, another level. That's pretty good. Was there like an arrow there? What does the arrow mean? Arrowed. MSG'd. Ah, Teen Girl Squad. What a good thing in this world. Anybody else? Who was your favorite? Our favorite was always, what's her face? Could really relate to her. Oh, it's just pointing me to the next altar? Weird. Could increase sword energy. Could increase stamina. Like, these are just things. Oh, that sounds pretty good. I'll take that.
Nice. That could be useful.
And then if I get hit, it's just, I'm back up and adamant. Get out of here, Enchanter. I want none of your potions, Potion Seller. How about that, Potion Seller? How does it feel to want, if I don't want none of your potions?
Smashing things was fun.
Smashing things is fun. This game gets it. So, I got a critical chance up. 10% chance to deal double damage. I like that over attack speed, actually. Oh, we have all the gems now. Cool. Like, I do like the way, how as you loop through the stages, you are building on the paths you can take in your own ability sets.
Lord Reynardo. How intriguing.
It's very cool. Again, it's something they also do in Omen Sight, so if you like what this game is doing, we recommend you pick up Omen Sight. Because that game is pretty good. Like, Omen Sight really is this with a little more polish. But this isn't bad at all. Like, I'm glad we're playing it. I don't know if I would necessarily recommend playing this over Omen Sight, but it's fun. If you like Omen Sight, this is a nice way to. It's a nice way just to see where they started.
Zenobia, then he done with the core, could he?
Probably not, but you know, we'll have to see. Jump down into the sewers. I don't think we've been in the sewers before, have we? Oh, this looks stinky. Sewer's so
Say goodnight,
stinky.
Gracie, said Reynardo, wondering who Gracie was.
Gracie is Gracie Allen. George Burns' wife, I assume?
Wasn't entirely sure how he was going to capture Zenobia. She'd be expecting him. And he didn't have Lapino to cook up a clever plan. Why was it again that he hadn't got the core? Maybe because the results tended to be disastrous.
Yeah, that's a
These
pretty good
streets
reason
were
not to get the
familiar.
core.
The sword
Oh,
school was
this is where we
closed
started.
now, but he had been down that street 1,000 times. He knew that pub. He knew that alley. He knew the alley behind it much too well. No wonder Zenobia had chosen to invade this island herself.
Where? Where am I going? Now that I've killed all the things, I don't actually know where I'm supposed to be going in here. Was I just supposed to touch this platform the whole time? I could have just gone to the chest and left. God damn it.
Where was
What have
a
you got for me?
workbench when you needed one?
Something about... Oh, because
mind.
Treasure Hunter has leveled up again. Wow, rare loot by 3%? Well, don't break too much on those numbers, baby. I just don't see why you would ever pick Treasure Hunter when the numbers on that are so absurdly low. Oh, I should take you out. Okay, there we go. Okay, so what does this sword power do? I don't know. It appears to be doing nothing for me. So, maybe it's nothing. Oh,
This one
another
looked
gem.
familiar. Had he lost this one in a card game? Welcome back, he thought.
you're a cat even though I tried to raise you as a toad. Furry racism. Oh, you want to sacrifice her? You have to respect what I'm doing, Zenobia. Try not to make a scene as I sacrifice you, Zenobia. It would be real bad if you were crying as I put my sword through you, Zenobia. Yes, attack speed. Wow, cool. It's okay. It's an okay ability. Oh. Oh, blew up the enchanter. Okay, that works. Oh, I need to blow up this enchanter now. Ah! I'm struggling. Okay, there we go. Oh, I struggled in that one. I mean, it wasn't a high-intensity struggle. Hi, Frizz. I think Frizz just brought one of his toys up. He just ran into the room and then did a 180. So this is where... Yeah, this is where the level ended as
no sound at all.
Lupino's route.
Where were her guards? Finally, he reached her bedroom. She was curled up on her bed. Oh, he'd forgotten how beautiful she was. How sleek. How soft.
Little creepy,
He tapped her on
dude.
the shoulder with his sword. She vanished. And he suddenly noticed he couldn't move except his mouth. In fact,
That's kind of
so he
hot.
couldn't keep his mouth shut. He told Zenobia everything. Skyripper, the Iblistone, even where the secret rebel base was, until he was
Still
hoarse.
kind of hot.
It was some kind of truth spell. A talky truth spell. She called her father by Farspeaker Toad and filled His Majesty in. But why didn't he get the core? Croaked the Farspeaker in something like His Majesty's croak. Because I missed you, darling. Reynardo grinned. He doesn't even know why, frowned Zenobia. That makes no sense. It's a trap, shouted the Emperor. I'll meet you at the outpost, and I'll bring my interrogators.
What if we didn't?
Reynardo came face to face with the Emperor.
Oh, but I
Maybe
could
he
assassinate
could
him.
But maybe it would be smarter and safer to turn Zenobia against her father.
Let's try and turn Zenobia. Let us... Okay, I want to check... There's my mouse. I want to check my guide real quick to make sure I can do either. Yes. So I can definitely do either here. Yep. I kind of like the idea of turning her, but also I think we've visited those scientists. I think we've done this level quite a bit, so I think I'd rather go meet the Emperor.
You're lying, she said. Somehow you're lying. The spell hadn't worn off yet.
I just feel
You
like
have to
we've
tell
seen
the
those
truth.
scientists
The
a lot
trick
as we
was a
played.
necklace she wouldn't believe it. The core is perfectly safe, he said. And he tried his hardest to sound sincere. So is the Iblistone. In fact, I was trying to get them myself. Fine then. Interrogators it is.
What? Are those
she said
badgers?
angrily.
Look
I
at their
gave you a
necks.
chance. The Emperor's interrogators were not especially gentle. Even
Weasels.
by weasel standards. Fortunately,
Okay.
Zenobia had locked him in the guest quarters on her ship. And she'd forgotten it had a toilet that, like all skyship
You went
toilets,
through the
could be
toilet.
vented into
Oh,
the
Reynardo,
abyss.
you're gonna need a
This was not
shower.
the sort of slippery fox he wanted to be. But just as they were about to land, he threw the latch.
For some reason I'm
wrinkled
thinking
his
of
nose
when
and
the kid
leapt
escapes
through
in
the
Mummy
opening in the
Returns
tree.
through the toilet on the train. Mummy Returns is a movie. The Mummy's really good. The sequels to The Mummy are all
It was a short,
varying
safe
degrees of
landing.
bad.
At least this part of the Nexus hadn't changed too much. Zenobia had been taking him to the Imperial outpost. She'd never expect him to go there by himself.
I didn't get... my health refilled?
Maybe she
Guess that
would.
always happens, but
You never knew with her.
would have liked some health. I think we've done this level quite a bit too. Well, at some point, either level I was going to choose there was just going to be something we've done before, so I'm not going to get too upset over it. that's just the way the game is. It's a couple levels you do over and over in different ways. Not a couple, it's like, what, 8? 9? 10? It's a number of levels. It's a number greater than 1.
What he could make with all this ore and essence?
You could make...
Right. Probably a sword.
You can make fondue. You can make a nice, I don't know, a nice little, dessert. Maybe some baked Alaska. I don't fucking know. Go spin again. Spin to win it. Why did you just... Okay. I was making sure it wasn't some weird controller issue. Because it looked like he was going real slow when I was going south. Relative south, of course. So we use walkthroughs for games quite a bit because we need them. And I hate when a walkthrough refers to like north, south, east, west when there is no north, south. When there's no compass in the game. Like the walkthrough for Tactica will use north, south, east, west, and it will often use it like... It just means it relativistically, but it's still silly like
His
north.
sword food teacher used to say power gems were cheating. Stupid.
North is towards the objective. South is away from the objective. But it's like that's not actually north and south. You don't know which way the objective is. Can't go that way. So don't use north-south if there's no north-south.
Reynardo knew Zenobia, and Zenobia knew him. She'd suspected a trick.
It's fine with
Now he vanished.
top-down
She would
games.
probably guess
But
that was
if
his
you could
plan
change your
all along.
camera angle, there is no
Perfect. Maybe she
north-south
wouldn't use
unless
the
there's a
sky
north-south
At least
already.
not without taking it to the scientists at the observatory first. Meanwhile, the Emperor would be coming to the outpost personally.
Oh, he's
This
coming
could be
personally.
good.
This could be good. Oh, this could be really
I need
good.
more materials, thought Reynardo.
I always need more materials. Just kind of hacking through this bunch, huh? They're not even trying to attack me. Oh well, that guy tried. That guy did try. You did it! You tried! Got a pretty good combo in there. Oh, hello. Those are some beefy boys. Bloody! Bloody bags,
They
too.
looked very tough, but the Emperor held them back.
Oh, where's my daughter?
And how would I know that? Reynardo grinned at him.
She lured me here so that you could kill me, didn't she?
Ah, don't be ridiculous, said Reynardo, trying his best to sound convincing. She loves you.
Oh,
You're trying to be convincing, but this is already
told me I couldn't
known,
trust
isn't
her.
it?
The Emperor hopped out the door. His phalanx of bodyguards retreated carefully.
So you can find out Lapino's a traitor without going his route?
As they left. Well, that's a job well done, thought Reynardo. Now the fleet will be in all sorts of disarray. But maybe he could find her in the mountains. She always used to go to the mountains to hide from the world. Maybe he could even turn her against her father. Or maybe he could reap the benefits of the chaos he had sown.
Nah, we gotta go find Zenobia.
And then launch the attack on a divided and very confused Imperial fleet.
Let's go. Try and find Zenobia.
Reynardo felt very clever indeed. He told the Empire nothing but the truth, and
now they suspected everything and everyone. So, why are you going to see Zenobia? He asked himself. It's not just a gloat, is it? No, of course not. Now, turning her against her father was good. It was very good. If she would actually join the rebels, that would be spectacular, right? That was definitely what he was doing.
That's definitely it. I mean, this can't be as bad as slaughtering all the
He
rebels
wondered
under
if he
the
should have
Iblis
just
Stone,
told her
right?
the truth about her father. The Emperor had adopted her from a stray. That was the source of all her loyalty.
Bring her down a
Even
peg.
then, he'd been dreaming of a bargain with the lost gods.
Well, I got some
They
pegging
alone
she
could
can
make him
do
immortal.
to
The Emperor would have
Reynardo.
to seal that
Wink.
bargain with the life of someone who
It's not even a
truly
wink
loved
wink.
him. And who else truly loved the Emperor? But how could Reynardo tell her that now? Why would she ever believe him? Bam! Welcome to Earth. Reynardo told the corpses.
Independence Day.
Something to play once.
Independence Day reference. This isn't even Earth. Some of these references are a little, forced. I say some. All of the references feel a little forced. There's a lot I like about this game, but, throwing out, like, Lord of the Rings and... Oh, that showed up. Cool. Frozen the Fox. Killed 500 ravens. Holy moly. That's a lot of ravens. Hey, look at our health. It's nice. It's nice. Oh, get out of there. Get out of there, Reynardo. I need health. This sword steals health, right?
Sharp?
Sword
Check.
can give us health.
Pointy? Check. Flexible? Check. What else do you need in a sword?
The ability to give me health back is what I need in a sword at this particular moment. Well, I guess I'm going through this door, hoping for good things on the other side. Like, the chest can give you health, even, so I could get health going through this door.
I wonder what happens if I go that way.
That's what we're finding out, Reynardo! It seems like what happens is we walk along a path where not much is actually going on. Can you please? Thank you. Good gravy.
He wished there were more pylons he could use the hook on. They really needed to construct additional pylons.
Well, it's been fun playing it. Oops, I went to options. Speaking of forced references, that one was okay. That one's a real groaner, though. I don't know. It was okay. It's still... the reference humor here is getting... Probably the worst part of the game's writing is how reference-heavy it is. Like, the actual storytelling isn't bad, and the humor in the storytelling can often be quite good. Like, I like this whenever the scientist toads are, like, arguing with each other. That's pretty alright. It's just whenever it just goes and decides to lean on...
She should have trusted him. He told her the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Oh, all right. The truth was, he'd played her like a fiddle. And how often had he ever done that? She was so smart. Smarter than Henry.
It just plays on the reference humor a lot. I say as it does the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I guess that's just kind of a thing. It's not super reference humor, but it is reference humor in it. Someone just needed to occasionally be told stop. Just stop.
Imagine if you built a house on one of these things. Oh, that would be amazing. It would be like having a boat
Like a houseboat. Is that where we were going there, or? Is this still taking me the right way? I'm worried I'm going to go backwards somewhere. Oh, it's a chest. Oh, it's enemies. 2 enchanters. Enchanters can't do shit, fuck. Okay, can I get...
All coming back to him.
Can I get some actual just health
remember
from the
next.
thing? No? Okay. It's illegal, apparently. You're not allowed to simply receive health. You have to take it from the ore! Did you see it falling? Go back if you didn't see it falling. You could see it falling down. Oh, that was good. That was good.
That had gone rather well, actually.
It had gone rather well. I just didn't have much to say about it. It was just a pretty standard battle. Like, the battle system in this game is very simple, but it's not necessarily bad. It's just kind of simple. Again, Omen Sight really builds on that system. Makes it a little more, really leans into the...
Reynardo hoped his mother wasn't watching.
Why? Really leans into the, Bayonetta DMC style combat more, I feel. Like, keeping up a combo becomes more of a challenge in Omen Sight. Instead of you just have to hit X repeatedly. This is definitely a proof of concept kind of game, but proof of concept games can be good. Like, nothing we say about this game is really that bad, it's just... There are spots where we think it could have been improved and they made another game where it was, and... I don't know if the dev team is still active or not, but I hope so in some way, because
Open, says me.
we would like to see more games from them. They are quite enjoyable. Okay, so now that that's broken up a little, I can throw the wall up again, right? Yeah.
Reynardo had given away the location of the secret base. Fortunately, the Emperor thought it was all a trap. He even mistrusted his own daughter. Reynardo couldn't have done better if he'd planned it.
He didn't plan it, but it all just kind of worked out okay. Oh. What do I want? Oh, what's this? Oh, I could get some more dash through enemies. That's not bad at all. We do that quite a bit. I'm no rookie. And we spent 15 skill points. Wow.
What have you done to me? Zenobia demanded. My own father thinks I'm a traitor. So? But I'm loyal. So what? You're a bastard, Zenobia, she said.
You're a bastard.
You love that about me. You really did want the core, didn't you? And the Iblis stone. Yep. He gloated. You get all that? She said to the far speaker Toad he'd failed to spot.
I am so relieved, my daughter,
said the far speaker. And Zenobia got into her ship and flew off.
Oh,
Damn
bye,
it.
Zenobia.
The old far speaker trick. How had he missed it? This was
You're not very
bad.
clever,
Zenobia back
Reynardo.
in her father's good graces, and both of them ready to use the core and the Iblis stone. He got back on the Farfarer. Briefly, Reynardo thought of fleeing. The odds were surely against him. Never tell me the odds, he told himself. Odds confused him. He preferred to trust his gut. And so he sailed
See,
on
that's
to attack
not
the
a
fleet.
that's not a
Alone,
bad
if
reference
necessary.
because it works without the reference humor behind it, because it just sounds like something Reynardo would say, honestly, because he is kind of a Han Solo stupid type.
There were not many rebels here, and they were disorganized. The Empire had obviously attacked the secret base. the formerly secret base whose location Reynardo had so helpfully pinpointed on
The
a map.
rebels just
There was
don't
still
have a
time
good
to turn
time in
around,
any
wasn't there?
timeline, huh?
But Reynardo hated turning around. Heroes don't turn around, they just own their screw-ups and turn them into impossible victories, right?
Yeah, that's totally what heroes do. Kill the Emperor.
Maybe I should follow my nose, thought Reynardo.
We've been this way before on our paths through, I'm sure. But it gives you a big chest every time, so it's worth it. Oh, got a elemental resistance level 2. I still don't quite understand elemental resistance, why you would ever use that. It's like the treasure collector, except it's not quite as absurdly useless number-wise, at least. It's just like I don't really know elements in this game. It's not really an element-based game. Any
The odd thing
fights?
was, Reynardo's personal battle was going fairly well.
Is
the
it?
Ravens immediately in front of him were no quicker or tougher than usual. Where was the power of the core, blasting him off into the abyss? And where was Zenobia? She must be up to something.
There's some
But
enemies.
whatever it wasn't his problem. Not yet, anyway. It was all
Just
going
not his problem.
surprisingly well.
No, it's just not my problem, man. I just don't give a single shit.
How we do it? Said
I
Reynardo.
haven't seen a. Speaking of single, we haven't seen a single one of the red magicians this loop. You've seen plenty of enchanters, but none of the attacker guys. Okay, get to the enchanter, please. I always like that one because the plank goes
No
flying off.
skateboarding, the sign said.
No skateboarding. You guys have skateboards? Oh, oh, oh. That was a little scary. Well, I guess if you have airships, having skateboard isn't that much of a leap, is it? If you've got airships, you can probably get skateboard. Average Final Fantasy Pro Tag should be going around doing sick kickflips, is what I'm saying. Do a boneless over Sephiroth. Your limit break is just the 900. Damn, now I want a Final Fantasy. Now I want a Final Fantasy skateboarding game. I think I've got an idea here. Got $1 million idea. Skating mad. Get a bunch of like ska and punk bands to do Final Fantasy song covers for it. Get Ska Tune Network to do some One Winged Angel, you know. Get the horns really going. The Sephiroth.
At
As you're
last,
skating around.
came to Zenobia and the Emperor.
She's no Carmelita.
She was
Is that a
sealed up
Sly
behind
Cooper
squat
reference?
coffin, banded with lead.
So glad you're here.
Love Sky.
Croaked the Emperor.
Sky Cooper.
You will be witness to my final victory.
That's creepy, Dad, said Zenobia. But thank you. Because of your shenanigans, we tested the core. It's really unstable. It could have blown us all up.
It could, said Reynardo, a little frustrated that she'd figured it out.
Anyway, we already destroyed your secret base, so we don't need a super weapon. We're just going to bury it. Do we, torture you? Or give you a medal? Sometime later, Reynardo got an invitation to attend the Emperor's ritual sacrifice of his daughter. They took
Oh,
him out of
you
his
got
dungeon
invited?
cell and gave him
Well, that's
all
quite
his
nice,
medals
isn't
to
it?
wear. A little while after that, the lost gods returned, and the sun went black, and the Emperor ate his soul.
Well, that's okay. Those things happen, you know.
Oh, damn it. He lost again, and died. But There was burning Ubar behind
Hero
him.
who doesn't turn
He
back
still
even
had
after
all his
screwing up
Destinies ahead of
everything.
him. But he'd learn another true thing. Zenobia still had feelings for him.
So that's everything. 2 levels for that. Ooh. What now? Okay, view this, obviously. I just want to view this. Just because. It's fun. Okay, so what? I've got all the truths. What do I do now, game? I do have all the truths.
He knew enough now, he thought. All these truths tumbling around each other in his head. There must be a way to puzzle the pieces together. If he used everything he knew, he could discover a new path to destiny. The book's pages fluttered to the beginning once again. Faster than before? And he fell. The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion.
So what do
was
I
in
do
trouble.
now?
Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer.
Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Reynardo knew
What?
that using
What
it
path?
could go
How do I
catastrophically
get my
wrong.
final path from
He was
this?
sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Iblis stone was hidden there. It was a dangerous artifact.
So there is a
It
5th
could
route
corrupt
then,
its
but
user into a bloodthirsty monster. Maybe he could find a way to use it. To take its power without surrendering to its wickedness. And also, his old friend Lapino.
there's a
needed
gold
rescue.
key there.
Of course. Reynardo had a pretty strong suspicion that Lapino had
That has to
betrayed the
be.
rebellion,
That has to be a
and
hint,
he had
right?
a gut feeling that he needed to use that to his advantage.
Okay. So I assume the gold key is telling us that is the right way to go for this final path. I'm going to look at my guide again real quick. So, is there... Okay, what's this? Okay, yeah. I confirmed you just choose the answers with the golden key. Okay, that's what it says in the thing. Okay, so I guess we do have one more loop then. So next time,
Reynardo finally
the final loop.
realized that Lapino was a traitor to the cause. And
Maybe Reynardo could use that
Oh,
somehow.
yes. Oh, so now we have these sub-choices. Okay, Reynardo could use that.
Reynardo couldn't quite put his paw on when he'd realized Lapino was working for the Empire. He'd never exactly seen Lapino sending
Okay,
coded
that's pretty
messages to the
nice, though.
palace,
That actually
but he
marks
was
your
sure.
final path.
The rabbit had been on too many disastrous missions where he was the only survivor, or where he accidentally missed getting on the boat that went down to the abyss in flames. If Reynardo could prevent Lapino from getting back to the fleet with all the intelligence he'd probably gathered, it might be worth the trip.
I really appreciate that, because I would not have been able to think through
How
my
had they
ideal
kept
path
this?
from there.
They'd been on so
Okay,
many
I'm
adventures.
pausing because we'll see this next time. Okay, next time, the actual last path of the game, the fifth path. Well, there's many more paths we're not doing, but next time will be the last path for this LP, and that'll be kick-ass probably. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and we will see you next time to see how Reynardo gets out of this wacky situation he is stuck in. Bye, everybody.